1408 is a 2007 movie starring John Cusack, Samuel L. Jackson, and Mary McCormack. This is a twist on the haunted house genre. In the case of this movie, it's a haunted room movie. You have the protagonist played by John Cusack, who is a agnostic atheist type who was spurned against all things supernatural after losing his daughter. In order to sort of search for answers, but also spite the whole concept of religiosity in general, he takes up a career basically writing books about haunted houses. This leads him to the Dolphin Hotel. All of his other previous excursions were met with no supernatural evidence whatsoever. He takes devices with him to the various places that he goes, kind of like Ghostbuster-esque, like EMF meters and that kind of stuff. But he finds nothing. He finds nothing throughout his searching, except when he gets to the Dolphin Hotel. It's at that point where the hotel manager, played by Samuel L. Jackson, shows up, and he puts the cherry on top for this movie. John Cusack does a great role in terms of being able to portray horror, but to introduce horror, Samuel L. Jackson is the guy here. He serves as a foil for the room to communicate throughout the movie. The room itself, he is warning John Cusack extensively against staying in the room. It's very... The dialogue between them, again, if there were lesser actors, it would feel a bit disjointed, I think. Even going back and listening to their dialogue, if it was anybody but John Cusack and Samuel L. Jackson, it would probably be a little bit dry. But they fill the roles with juice. It's when he enters the room, 1408. It's when John Cusack enters the room that things really start going batty. It starts off a little slow, but then you can tell that the room itself is a malicious entity. It's not like leftover spirits from another age are haunting the room. It's the room itself has captured the moments of its destruction, and it uses those sort of in order to show John Cusack what's going to happen to him. But the room itself is directing all of the action. Like, the room, it's... how does Samuel L. Jackson phrase it? It's one evil fucking room, is the way that he describes it, I believe. Yeah, I just watched it, just finished it. The ending felt a little bit empty, I'm not gonna lie. The ending felt weird, but I don't know how you end a film like this without... Like, I'm thinking to myself, how would I end the film better? And it's hard. Like, a lot of movies, you're like, well, this obviously would be the case. But with this movie, I think the ending is sufficient. It's just not great, but I don't imagine what would be better. I'd have to think about it more. Anyway, this was a enjoyable movie. I watched it at 3 o'clock in the morning with all the lights off, alone, in bed, with some popcorn. It's one of those movies where you look over your shoulder, you know? Like, every 10 minutes you look over your shoulder just to make sure there's not a horrifying monster room behind you. Anyway, yeah, I like the movie. It's pretty great. I recommend it.